Do you want to have less fear of falling and more courage to do the things that you enjoy?
As expert physios for over 55s, we want to help you get there. So in this video, we're going to show you 5 balance exercises you can do at home with no equipment. It's Alicia and Brody, and before we get started, it's important to note that as you age, it's normal to experience a reduction in things like balance, reaction time, and strength.
But that doesn't mean giving up all the things you love, because you can improve your balance and your confidence on your feet at any age.
There's really good evidence to show that if you perform challenging balance exercises on a regular basis, you can reduce your risk of falling by up to 20%.
And if you do regular strength and cardio training on top of those balance exercises, then you can reduce your risk of falling by as much as 40%. Okay, so now you know some of the facts about balance training. We're going to get into those 5 simple balance exercises you can do at home without any equipment. Alicia's going to take the first one.
Before we get started with balance exercises, it's really important to challenge yourself. So you don't want to be still like a statue. You want to be wobbling around and fighting to keep your balance. That is how you improve it. Secondly, having a sturdy object nearby like a chair or doing these by the kitchen bench is a good idea for safety. Okay, let's get into our first exercise, balance and boxing. First of all, I am going to do this in tandem stance, which is one foot in front of the other, and I'll show you that from side on as well. It is like you are standing on a tightrope. So we are going to get your feet like that, and then we're going to add some boxing in with your hands. So it is actually quite challenging. I'm fighting to keep my balance here. So adding that upper body movement and fighting to keep my balance. Now, if we want to make that even harder, we can do that standing on one leg. So standing on one leg now and boxing, keeping it going. I'll show you that from side on. I'm wobbling quite a bit with this, trying to maintain my balance. Can add some hooks in, some uppercuts, up in the air. And as you see, I lost my balance there, which is a good thing because I'm working really hard. So with my clients, I would usually do that 30 to 60 seconds each leg. Give it a try.
Exercise number 2 is floor touches. Bending down to the floor and coming back up again really does challenge your balance system, so it's a great thing to practice. Starting with that tandem heel to toe stance again, I'm going to reach down to the floor and come back up. If you can't quite reach all the way to the floor, that's okay. Just reach down to where you can and come back up. And you'll find just doing this action really does make you start to wobble and challenge your balance quite a bit. Once again, if you're finding you want to make that a little bit harder, we'll go to a single leg version. So standing completely on one leg, try and do the same thing. Touch the floor and come back up if you can, and try and stay on one leg. And then again, touch the floor and come back up. If you want to add even a little bit more challenge, you can try and reach around you in different directions. So instead of just in front, I might try and reach out to the side, come back up, and reach out to the side this way, and come back up. So there you go. You can do 30 to 60 seconds on each leg.
Our third exercise is ice skaters, and that's because when we do this exercise, it's like we are ice skating on a frozen lake. So as you can see, I'm going from side to side, and I can use this other foot to help me balance like that, trying to hold it for a couple of seconds on one leg. And if I want to make it harder, I'm going to turn it into more of a leap from side to side, or a hop. So like this, trying to pause for a second or two, that really works the balance, and then going the other way. So like that. So I'll show you from side on, going side to side, and that pause is really important, trying to hold it on one leg and doing it the other side. So this is a great exercise. You'll really feel this in your legs, in your glutes, in your hips, in your quads, and really good for changing direction and being able to catch yourself if you were to lose your balance. This is a great exercise for training how to catch yourself and rebalance.
All right, exercise number 4 is march and freeze. We're going to march on the spot and then freeze on one leg for a few seconds. So we're transitioning from a moving to a static position, which is a great challenge for your balance. Nice and simple to start with. 3 marches, 1, 2, 3, and then up onto one leg and freeze. 2 to 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and freeze. And because you're going from moving to suddenly holding, you sort of have to catch yourself, and it's really using all your balance system there to hold yourself. 1, 2, 3, and freeze. Now we can make this a little bit harder by speeding up the foot movement, and this is great practice to help with things like preventing falls, because it's training us to be able to move the feet quickly and then get into a balanced position. So try running, 1, 2, 3, and then freeze. 1, 2, 3, and freeze. And make sure we are holding that freeze for at least 2 seconds, because you do want to be actually establishing your balance each time. So there we go, that's march or run and freeze.
This is an exercise I love to give to clients, and it is the clock tap. So I am imagining that I am standing in the middle of a clock face, and what I'm going to do is tap my foot firstly at 12 o'clock, coming back to the middle, then 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock behind me, and then if I can get my leg round to the side, 9 o'clock there. And the good thing with this is that you can mix it up. I like to call out to my clients 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. You could even get someone to do that with you at home. Now, if we want to increase the difficulty of this, we're not going to put our foot down at all. So I'm balancing on one leg and I'm tapping forward, 12 o'clock. I might mix it up and go to 9 o'clock, over to 6 o'clock, and then, so I've got it mixed up there, 3 o'clock and then 6 o'clock behind me. So a bit of a cognitive task in this exercise as well. Now, showing you from side on, it makes a big difference in terms of how far forward you reach. So if I'm just reaching my foot to there, it's much easier than if I really reach further forward and then bring my foot back like that. So that's another way you can add challenge to the clock tap. Give it a try. There you have it. 5 balance exercises that will make you more nimble on your feet if practiced regularly.
And that's the key, isn't it, Alicia, is doing these exercises regularly. So make sure you give them a try. If you'd like to see more videos helping you improve your balance, then don't forget to like and subscribe.